Snicked. Howdy and welcome back to the channel. I am Country. This is sharp. Retract. Welcome back to the channel. Oh, my goodness, those are some sharp freaking claws. Adamantium, baby, I tell ya. Anywho, like I said, welcome back to the channel. I am Country Boy, and we are going to be opening up a pretty cool figure, if I don't say so myself. We're talking about Wolverine from the X-Men 97 series. It's going to be coming out pretty soon on Disney+, made by Hasbro, Marvel Legends. So welcome back to Whatcha Figure. Yes, like I said, we're going to be opening up Wolverine. I am excited because I've got a couple Wolverines, but I don't have the one that really, pinpoints the Wolverine that I know and love. The one that has just the it factor. That is the perfect Wolverine. Whereas I'm looking at this guy, and I think he's got it. I think this is the Wolverine that I think of in my mind's eye from the old X-Men animated series, from the old 90s comic books and whatnot. This is the Wolverine that I think of. So I can't really wait to get into this packaging. So I guess without further ado, let's get looking at the packaging. Here we go, bub. This is the X-Men 97 Wolverine packaging. And, I'm not a big fan of this packaging. I think it's kind of plain, to be honest. So I have no problem opening this thing because it's not like my Spider-Man retro cards. I think those are really cool looking. Whereas this is kind of uninspiring. Even look at the picture of Wolverine. I think it just kind of looks plain. Like there's no action pose or anything like that. And then it just shows a bunch of other figures that are in the line as well, too. The characters from other figures, I should say. But it does say Marvel Studios, X-Men 97, so it is specific to the new show that's going to be coming up soon. 4+, Hasbro. Flip it around. Oh, and on the back here, we got the other figures, like I said. So there's Magneto, Wolverine, Rogue, Storm, Bishop, and Gambit, which I've heard good things about. I've heard good and bad things, but mostly good things I've heard about Wolverine anyways. And yeah, obviously a big image of Wolverine and just a bunch of crap at the bottom that nobody ever reads. So that's going to do it for the packaging. I guess there's nothing left to do but to get into the packaging. And here we have everybody's favorite Canuckle Head himself. Besides yours truly, of course, obviously. So yeah, here's Wolverine out of the packaging, looking pretty badass as ever. So far, liking what I'm seeing. But let's start with some accessories, which include these two fisted hands. These are fisted hands without the claws popped out, obviously. So it's basically what you're gonna expect. It's got the little dealies on top of the hands there that he had in the animated series that I guess just kind of accentuated where the claws popped out. I don't know what they really did otherwise. They just kind of showed you that these were his custom-made gloves, basically. And then he's got this cowl here that you can kind of put on him right now if you wanted to. So it looks like he just pulled off the hood and he just kind of showing his face like this, and this just kind of hang at the back there. Looks decent. I guess they've had this before with other Wolverines. I don't have it with any of my Wolverines, but I think it's going to be a good addition to this guy. And then you got this extra head where he's got the awesome, cool, mask that he wears with the black and the yellows, the white eyes. A very stoic, plain look. Doesn't have any kind of a snarl or no gritting teeth or anything like that. But I don't know if you can look in there, if you can zoom in on the camera there, but you could kind of see the stubble that they tried to produce on his face, which I kind of wish they didn't do that. I wish they did maybe like a dark wash or just didn't do it all together, because the dotting kind of looks like he's, missed some spots shaving or something. That's kind of what it looks like to me. Or like he has zits. It's not the cleanest job, I guess, but it's very minor. It's a very minor gripe. Otherwise, I think it's a really good looking face. It's a good sculpt. Yeah, everything is well done. It's just those little dots. I think they're a little unnecessary, but it still looks okay. It looks good regardless. So let's look at the figure itself. Looking like Logan does, like Wolverine should. And I do like this face better actually than that one. I think he's got a bit of a smirk snarl to his face there. I think that really works for him. He's got the wicked chops that Wolverine always seems to have. The crazy hair just up into like a horn almost in the back of the head. Looks so cool, and it actually feels really good too. Like it's got good texturing. A little bit of a curl in the front. Got the classic Superman curl. And then yeah, just his face. It looks really well done. I'm really happy with the way his face is done. Like it's got an animated look to it, but it's also got not realistic, but it looks more real than an animated character would, I would say. But looking at the rest of him, like he's got obviously the tiger striping, not pinstripe, tiger striping going down the suits. It's got the yellows and the blues and a bit of red on the belt there, which is awesome. This is definitely the Wolverine that I usually picture when I think of Wolverine. I love the way this thing looks. It looks really awesome. And it's got the big old high top boots, the pointed cuffs on the ends. That's so cool. This guy looks really good. And actually his claws turned out really nicely too. I was worried that they were going to be all janky and bent and out of shape and everything, but no, they came out really good. They came out really nice and straight and smooth. Awesome. Really happy with that. So I guess let's look at some of his articulation while we're here. Let's look back with the head. Looking pretty good, actually. That's a good tilt. Forward, really good. Oh, yeah, look at that. He can basically touch his own chest with his chin. Really well done. And then a tilt left and right is decent. Goes all the way around the head. And then the arms go up about that far. So this obviously pivots. You can see that. So the arm goes up that far. And then it's got a bicep swivel. He's got double jointed elbows. No pins though. That's also an improvement that they've made. That's awesome. Love that. The wrist moves all the way around, bends back that far and forward this far. And there is also, I guess, butterfly joints here, so you can move his arms in and out really well. So that's going to be awesome for posing. And then you got the ab crunch going there. Really well done. Look at that. Bend forward and then back that far. Waist swivel right there. Oh, it's actually below the belt. I thought it'd be above the belt. I guess it depends on where you put your belt. Really well done. Let's see. The legs kick out really far. Go back about that far. You got the thigh cut up top there. And you got the double jointed knees. So you can go up about that far. Actually, no, you can go a little bit further. They're just a little bit stiff as all right now. So yeah, there you go. You can kick his own butt almost. Pretty well done. And then he's got also the boot cut right there. So you can go down, or not the boot cut, sorry. That's the ankle pivot. And then there you go up like that. Is there a boot cut though? There kind of is. Actually, yeah, there is. Look at that. See, you can pivot the boot. Really well done. I am loving this. I didn't get the VHS version of Wolverine, which I really thought about getting, but I didn't really want to start that line. And I'm not even going to start this line either. I just really wanted Wolverine. I wanted a Wolverine that represents the Wolverine that I know and love throughout the series and throughout all the years that I've been watching movies and watching TV shows and, somewhat reading comic books. And this is the one. This is the one that I wanted more than anything. That VHS one has that cell shading, which I was kind of, I don't know if I really wanted that. This one doesn't have the cell shading, which I really do like. So I guess next up, we'll do some comparisons to some other figures that we have, and we'll see how they fare. Stay tuned. And so for a bit of comparison, I thought I'd throw in the original appearance of Wolverine. So this is from that 2-pack with Wolverine and the Hulk. And you can see a lot of similarities. Obviously, he has the striping going on like he does. But this guy's claws obviously aren't nearly as well done as his are. His are nicely spaced and they stay that way. This guy's are just, they kind of want to form together and they want to do their own thing sort of thing. And obviously the mask is different because it's more in line with the original appearance. With 181 Hulk, I believe it was. And yeah, his belt's a bit different, and he's got some similarities, but this is obviously a much better updated version of this guy. And this guy still has the pins back here too, so you can kind of see where they kind of went from here to here and how they graduated and made things better. Another comparison I'll do is they did do a crossover event with Spider-Man and Wolverine, or sorry, the X-Men I should say, which I thought was some of my favorite TV watching back in the day when I was a kid. I loved seeing that the X-Men and Spider-Man crossed over in an event. That was really cool. Some of my favorite characters, and you could just kind of see how Spider-Man is still a bit taller than Wolverine, which is correct. Wolverine should be a shorter guy. And last comparison I'll toss in here is the big man himself, the Hulk, and this is obviously the first appearance Hulk as well too. So he goes with this guy. They go together, and I think he fares really well with him too. Like I probably have them all on the same display together. I think it's gonna look really good together. Like it's a good looking Hulk. It's a good looking Wolverine. I'm loving the way all of this is looking. I don't know if I need any more Wolverines anytime soon, because this is kind of the Wolverine that I think of when I think of Wolverine. Snick.
No, Wolverine, snickety, snort.
That's the guy right there. So I guess if you like this video, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe. I am CountryBoyNiner with an underscore in there somewheres. And I also do other videos with my friends. We call ourselves Wasted Opinions. We have a lot of fun. We talk about Wolverine sometimes, and Spider-Man and Hulk. And you know what? A lot of Marvel talk on our show. So go ahead and check us out there as well too. But for now, that's going to do it for me. I am CountryBoy9, and I put the sass in Sarsaparilla.